writer, and maybe we could talk about this later. I also added a section in minor literatures called Untranslated, where I asked people to write about a book that has not been translated in English. I think it's really important. I think, again, it's something that we could elaborate on perhaps later. This is all about being alert to what is not on our doorstep and making an effort to look for other readings and other canons, even, so to speak. I'd like to start this today by reading a short excerpt from Helen Sisu, this book called 3 Steps on the Ladder of Writing. It's very short, but I think it opens up a few interesting questions for us. I will begin with this is what writing is. I speak to you today through 2 languages. From one day to another, from one page to the other, writing changes languages. I have thought certain mysteries in the French language that I cannot think in English. This loss and this gain are in writing too. I have drawn the... You will have recognized it depending on which language you are immersed in. This is what writing is. One language, another language, and between the two, the line that makes them vibrate. Writing forms a passageway between 2 shores. You see the stylized outline of a ladder. This is the ladder writing climbs, the one that is important to me. Perhaps you were going to tell me this is an H. I mean the letter H. After all, in French, H is a letter rich in significance. Indeed, I write H and I hear ash, axe. H is pronounced ash in French. This is already transporting for whosoever desires to write. In addition to this ash, a cutting instrument, an axe to clear new paths, the letter is granted uncommon favors in the French alphabet. If A is masculine, as is B, C, D, E, only H is masculine, neuter, or feminine at will. How could I not be attached to H? In addition, in French, H is a letter out of breath. Before it was reduced to silence during the French Empire, it was breathed out, aspirated. And it remembers this even when we forget. It protects le héros, le hardiesse, le harpe, l'harmonie, le hasard, le hauteur, l'heure from any excessive hurt. I can only tell you these mysteries silently in French, but in English there's breath. Let's keep it. I was saying this ladder is writing. This is how I figure it. The ladder is neither immobile nor empty. It is animated. It incorporates the movement it arouses and inscribes. My ladder is frequented. I thought this is really, really useful for us in many ways. I'm really interested in, well, not only the heightened awareness that whoever speaks as a stranger in a language has about the form and sound, and about the fact that language is an artifice and it's not an outpour, a direct outpour of expression, but it's something that we manipulate and play with. And I'm sure Susana can say a lot more about this later. But specifically, I'm interested in the pressures of the unspeakable on language, all those elements that will never be translated but keep and prompt us to write. I'm thinking of humor, I'm thinking of pacing, I'm thinking of rhetoric devices, all of these things. Sometimes even when I write in English, I know that I carry them with me from the Italian language. So it's no longer clear, yes, on the first reading I might be writing in English, but there are things, there are emotions that remind me that there are cultures, there are networks, there are bodies that put this pressure on language, and that's related to what Fernando was saying before about networks. We never write alone, and it's never just words on paper. And I think this is really, really something we should consider. I'm really I always like to talk about this anecdote. When I started writing in English, an editor told me, well, you use so many metaphors. And of course I use metaphors on Italian. So this is what I mean. I mean, it's something that you can't prevent yourself from doing, and it's beautiful. And I think it's also quite crucial, because we're not talking today about what's correct or what's incorrect. We're not talking about black or white. We're not talking about perfection. We're not talking about purity. I think exactly the opposite. I think it's what goes on in between that we should be alert to. I also wanted to say something about the stuttering, the title of our talk. I don't know what's going on here.